All right, so for global, we know Sukuna is coming out now, and I'm gonna make this prepare now video for you guys to kind of know what you need to know in terms of, first of all, some kit info, some alternatives, and also what he needs to get up in grade levels. So we're gonna do that, and also some info on some other things in terms of goals that will be met, and you guys could get some more giveaways for you guys to have fun with on the Sukuna and Shoko stream. So we're gonna talk about all that in this video. Now, to start off, in the bi-weekly update, they did say that on the June 6th, we're going to be getting a free 3,000 cubes, alongside also Powerful Enemy and Chris Corpse, which is going to be an extra 6,000 5 days after Sukuna comes out, 6,000 cubes. Now, furthermore, there should be either 1 or 2 more updates before Sukuna leaves, because Sukuna leaves June 19th, which means they could fit in another, first of all, 2 units, but also at the same time, give us 2 more sets of events, which means for Sukuna, you're going to have access to more cubes than you would have on JP, which is actually a pretty big W. Him coming out on Sunday gives him that 2-day gap when probably the next person comes out on Friday. So keep that in mind. It is pretty nice. This is going to give 1,000, this about 1,200, and this, of course, the 2,690. And then, of course, alongside the 3,000 cubes. And then there's going to be 2 more sets of events. So that's pretty huge. Now, I do want to say thank you on the recent video because the support is absolutely massive. All the comments are very positive, which I do appreciate. Now, I'm sure some of them it's because I told them to write a comment, but however, many were just positive to be positive, which I appreciate. And it also has the highest like ratio since May 21st on any of my videos, so I do appreciate that. Now, I have 2 giveaways that I'm going to be hosting in both of these. So first of all, Shoko is going to be the JP account giveaway, and it's going to be able to have Honored One and Shoko on an account, so if you want to start JP, that's great. However, on both of them, if we get to 250 likes on the respective stream, so if we get 250 likes on this stream and 250 likes on the Sukuna stream, respectively, and both separately, I will be giving 2 people there, or sorry, 1 person, I'm like 1 person per giveaway, a $10 pass. So 250 likes, and then I'll also be adding on that to the giveaway. And on this stream is when I announce the giveaway winners for this video. So now that we're done the little housekeeping, let's get into what actually matters. So remember, just to recap, 250 likes on both streams. Well, on either stream, it's gonna be a $10 pass in game, or you could just claim the $10 on PayPal, whatever you want. So Sukuna's blue. Now, just off the bat, he is not the best unit in the game. People have this misconception, and that's just because of how the value works in this game. Supports are just going to be more valuable even still. Now, to be fair, what they're doing is now you have to be type advantage if you want to make a support use their ultimate, because in the new floors, you could see here that at the start of the turn decreases all non-yellow units ultimate gauge, which means this goes for both Domain Gojo and Sukuna. Domain Gojo could only realistically be used on red afterwards, and Sukuna could only be used on blue for multiple reasons. Number 1, he doesn't do the same damage type disadvantage anymore to where it would warrant using him. The bleed is not enough. These motherfuckers have 70 million HP. And number 2, he could only be used on blue because if he's not used on blue now, he cannot ult, right? But is he still good? Yes. Before floor 60, or floor 60 and before, he could basically do some floors type disadvantage, so keep that in mind. And then, of course, all the floors type advantage, he will easy clear, especially if you have Domain Gojo, right? And this is because his ult is going to be one of the highest ult amounts, while also having upwards of, like, I think over 1,000% total bleed damage or lacerate damage. So it's very good. And then his skill 3 also is just a baseline 1,200%. Is it 1150? Oh, it's level 9. Okay, it's a baseline 1,200% at max level, which is essentially a mini ult. Like, he's doing more damage on his skill 3 than Blue Gojo is on his ult. So just want to keep that in mind. He's going to be doing a lot, very easy to use, and very, very good. And he also it's hard to kill, and he's immune to everything. So just a little recap. We're going to go over his kit probably on Saturday night. And I'm going to make a proper should you summon and before you summon. Now, however, I do want to make sure it's understood that if you have Jogo dupe 0 to dupe 1, he will be getting 2 sets of buffs soon, which are going to make him much better. To where this, right, it's 3 sets of 200, well, it's upwards of 230%. So basically it's 230 times 3, which lets his skill 3 be a 700%, which while it's not Sukuna level, he could spam this like 5 times in a row, where Sukuna it's only 2 times. That is going to be the big number, so keep that in mind. And he's also going to work with Domain Gojo and work in sweep and in tower, even the recent tower floors. So yes, Sukuna will be easier to use 1000%, but the higher dupe levels you get Jogo, the better. However, also keep in mind we are going to be having Dagon, so that's definitely something. Dagon is going to be a new free-to-play free-to-play unit, probably on global in like September. I'd like to say September. I'm not too sure if it would be another day, but I'm pretty sure, or another month, but it should be September because it's going to be on JP in July. So keep that in mind. July, August, September, yeah. So I would say about 2 months later sounds correct to me, but maybe it's going to be even closer in August. But yeah, we should be pretty good because we are catching up quite quick. If we're being honest, we are catching up very quick. There's barely any units left. Now, I personally, like, you know, I am a fan of skipping Sukuna. I don't think an account needs him. Free to play to low spender accounts don't need him, right? So keep that in mind. Is he great? Yes. Is he the #1 DPS in the game? Still even better than Honored One Gojo? Yes. But I do not think he's necessary. Now, in terms of what to really prepare for, let me pull it up now. So essentially, you're gonna want to use these two mats. So these two mats are gonna be the ones that you're using, okay? So it's the bell waist ornament, and then also the transforming tableware, and of course you're gonna be all good to go. Now, besides that, of course, make sure you do your daily domain investigation runs. This is just obvious. Now, it does suck, but remember, there is hope, guys. There's hope because soon there is going to be the auto domain investigation runs. So you're going to be able to auto it, which is going to make it grinding it much easier. So do keep that in mind. Now, if you want to know what I recommend for building in terms of Sukuna, I would say it goes ultimate, skill 3, skill 2, and you don't even have to touch the skill 1, right? The skill 1 is last, and I don't think you have to touch it, right? So the ult is most important, then the skill 3, then the skill 2, and then you're pretty much good. Now, in terms of units that are going to pair good with him, so we could just, I'm going to pull up the wiki actually for this. So we're going to do this now just so you guys have an idea maybe. Now, what is very funny is that they are bringing one of Sukuna's best partners, Blue Inumaki. So if you're like a mid spender, maybe getting Inumaki would not be bad because Inumaki is probably his best partner because Inumaki is also doing damage. Now, of course, besides that, Domain Gojo is great in both sweep and also in tower floors before 70. So that's another thing. And besides that, like, you could really use anyone. Like Domain Megumi could easily work too. But we're probably expecting a mono blue buffer before the end of 2025. So that's going to be pretty interesting. But for now, Momo is also a very good pick. And one thing is Miwa does work, but obviously that's going to be someone you get off of the standard banner. And the main reason is because Sukuna does so much damage that having Miwa there to just make sure you take 0 damage from always countering attacks is going to be huge. Right, it is going to be huge, and you're going to see, I mean, I already made a video on it, but you're going to see how actually clutch it is. So yeah, I would definitely say Sukuna is great. I mean, we all know he's great. He's literally the #1 DPS in the game. But I don't think it warrants you having to summon on him because Jogo is also a very fucking good DPS that also works just as well with Domain Gojo. I personally rank yellow Shoko and green Shoko higher value than Sukuna because Sukuna has a replacement where Shoko, there's no one to replace Shoko, especially in terms of sustain. Same thing with green Shoko, right? So that's something that I personally see. And then there's also the fact that if you summon for Shoko, Honored One Gojo, Sukuna and Teen Shoko, then the problem comes when now I fully believe now they're kicking up the gear with Shibuya units. I'm pretty sure we're getting reincarnated Toji in July on JP, which means sometime in September you're gonna get Toji, and it's like you're gonna have a lot of shit to summon on. So just make sure you're ready, and kind of you're gonna have to lose out on some shit. I would say Sukuna is the thing to lose out on, in my opinion. And that's it, right? That is basically it. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, 250 likes on Shoko, 250 likes on Sukuna, and each of them are going to have a $10 giveaway in them. So yeah, that's also including the $100 Sukuna giveaway, which you could still join on the coming next video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.